here on Sportsound on BBC Radio Scotland. The time has arrived. Kick-off is approaching. It is Heart of Midlothian against Rangers, and it is live with Billy Dodds, Ryan Stevenson and Liam McLeod.
What a prospect this one is. Bitterly cold here in the capital. Grey skies above. The floodlights are on. At least the ones on top of the stands are. As the two sets of players shake hands over on the other side in front of the main stand. We're right up the back of the wheat field, underneath the TV camera gantry, as Hearts look to make yet another statement, and it's been a season of statements from them as they go head-to-head with Rangers for the second time this campaign. It was a comfortable victory in the end at Ibrox for Heart of Midlothian, 2-0 in September, with a goal in each half from Shankland. The second coming on the rebound from a saved penalty. Rangers did have the ball in the net. It was controversially ruled out, and they'd complaints about the build-up to both Hearts goals on the day. And Russell Martin in particular had complaints about them in the immediate aftermath of that victory. And Hearts in a run right now of 3 successive victories over the 2 big clubs in Glasgow, as they look to make it 4 today. And with the bookmakers, they are favourites against Rangers, which is highly unusual. The lineups for this one: for Hearts, Folov in goal, Steinvender, Kent, Finlay, Kingsley, McEntee, Devlin, Kizaridis, Magnuson, Braga and Shankland. For Rangers, it is Butland, Tavernier, Sterling, Fernandez, Aarons, Meghoma wide, Barron, Diamonde and Raskan across the middle, with Mikey Moore supporting Bojan Mijovski, who is fit enough to start, having been almost just about ruled out by the Rangers manager at his media conference on Friday. It's going to be Rangers to kick off, going from left to right, wearing one of their change kits, all orange with white flashes. Hearts in the maroon and white, as you would expect here. And it's played back by Raskan to Jack Butland, midway inside his own half. It's a long right foot ball forward in towards the Hearts box. Too high for Mijovski, under pressure he was from Finlay. And behind it goes for the goal kick. Which of these two, Billy Dodds, can start the quicker and can settle faster?
I'm not sure, because the atmosphere in here, I think both teams will want to just calm it down, bed themselves into the game. I don't think they'll be going for the throat too early, so it'll be a cagey game to start with. I don't see it being all out open straight away, Liam.
Rangers had been unbeaten in 18 matches against Hearts before September's game, and they are unbeaten on their last 8 visits to Tynecastle since they lost back-to-back games against Daniel Stendel's side, including a Scottish Cup quarter. It is Hearts in the ball with Frankie Kent, comes in for the injured Halkett today. Long ball's headed away, and then it bounces off the head of Devlin and out for a Rangers throw-in over on that far side. The incentive is there for both teams. At the end of the day, Hearts have an opportunity to go 9 clear at the top ahead of Celtic's home game against Aberdeen later. But Rangers, if they win this one, can move to within 6 points of today's opponents with a game in hand, which is against Aberdeen at Ibrox next month. So real incentive, Ryan Stevenson, for both sides this afternoon.
Yeah, I think if you're sitting in the change room, either change room, you're saying this is a massive game. There's no hiding or no getting away from that. And I think both of them will just want to try and bed themselves into the game and try and get positive results.
Raskan for Rangers, inside his own half to the right there for the skipper Tavernier, chips it forward. The header won by Magnuson though. It's up towards Shankland, who's done well to just lay it off there beautifully for McEntee. He's driving down the left hand side. He's now level with the penalty spot. Across coverings to John Sterling, who has fouled his Nick Walsh, who is presiding over this one. It goes out to play for it would have been a throw-in, but it's going to be a Rangers free kick on this near side, deep inside their own half. Nick Walsh getting the boos from the Hearts supporters. This is his first match in charge on the pitch since he took charge of that Bayern Munich Sporting match in the Champions League at the start of the month. It will be Butland to take, all in white goalkeeper kit, along with the right foot into the Hearts half. Deeply it goes. Finlay wins the header, bounces off Moore. Devlin's back helping him out. Finlay clears, bounces off Max Aarons, and then back into Hearts possession, then back off Aarons and out for a Hearts throw-in on the near side. 3 minutes in the infancy of it here at Tynecastle. 0-0.
So can calm the nerves, isn't it, Ryan? You can see Hearts there, a lot of confidence. Shankland playing in, McEntee, good run, but Dujan Sterling, he's so quick, and he covers across, gets the free kick.
I think what Hearts have got to take is confidence from that. The fact that it was good play there from the strikers, getting McEntee running down the sort of wing, trying to get in behind Rangers. But then what they can't do is they go and give 2 slack balls away there, one from Stuart Findlay, and then it goes back to Magnuson and he gives it away, and the sort of momentum just changes again.
It's been a blow missing Halkett for this one. Obviously Harry Milne's out suspended, having picked up his 6th league booking of the season 2 weeks ago against Celtic. Little push by Miovski and Schwolov, who had gathered a long ball. It's played to Kent and out to the right hand side for Steinwender. But there's a noticeable bonus for Hearts on their bench today in the return of Benny Beningame, who's been out since the 4-0 thrashing of Dundee here, as Kent rolls it out to Steinwender on the far side. Level the edge of the centre circle, right in front of Danny Rule, the Rangers manager. Played back to Kent, who squares it to Findlay. Moore coming to put the pressure on, but it's a long ball from Stuart Findlay, which sails all the way through to Butland, the Rangers keeper.
Pagey, as I said, I don't think anybody wants to make a mistake. You can see Rangers, even usually at least one of the wing backs should be high up, but they're set in a 5 and you're saying they're not getting through us. Hearts play the straight ball straight through to Butland, so it's nice and solid to start for Rangers, and Hearts, they're asking Hearts to go and try and break us down.
Steinwender's long clearance up the right hand side comes off the head of Fernandez towards the returning towards his own goal. Mike Homa can't control it. Hearts have it down the right. Braga, he's been beaten to it well by Dujan Sterling. His ball away is poor, but the linesman on the far side, Dan McFarlane, is frantically waving his flag. He saw a foul over there in front of the touchline. It's going to be a Rangers free kick.
I don't know about that. I think that's I mean, nowadays obviously they get given, but I don't really think that's a free kick, and again just sort of takes the impotence out the game for Hearts. Stirling does well to win the ball back, then has a slack pass, Hearts pick it up, and then the free kick's given, and obviously the fans letting them know, that the officials know that they don't agree with it.
Didn't look much in it on with the challenge by Braga, but anyway, it's Rangers who have it. Aarons down the right side for Moore. He's level with the Hearts 18-yard line, looking for an opportunity to cross. He finds Aarons level with the Hearts penalty spot. Back to Raskan at the edge of the box, but Shankland back doing a brilliant defensive job, and then Devlin's brought to the ground by Raskan, and that will be a Hearts free kick, which Devlin takes quickly low out to the left side for Kingsley. Braga loses it though to Aarons. Back with Tavernier on the halfway line to Raskan, who feeds it out to Barron on the Rangers right. He's back to Tavernier, and now back to Sterling. How important is Sterling? You've worked with him, Billy, in this Rangers side now that he's back from injury.
Trust me, he's a top player. I didn't realise how good, quick, can play, aggressive, not even built like a big stature either, but just so underrated. And you can see with a couple of tackles he's made already, he's been rock solid at the start of the game.
Diamonde out to Nagoma on the far side, back with Fernandez, who tried to turn away from Kizaridis, who makes the challenge, and it goes out off the Greek glass for a Rangers throw in over on the far side.
I think you can see from Hearts' point of view every time that it goes back to one of the Rangers sort of centre backs or the defensive players. They're just squeezing, they're trying to put pressure on them straight away, trying to win the ball back high up the park, not letting them any time on the ball. That would definitely probably something that Derek said to them before they went out, is can we be on the front foot, can we press, can we win it back, and then get balls in the box for Lawrence and try and get on the end of something.
Schwolov has it and plays it short outside his area for Kent, over on the right side, up the line for Steinwender. He moves it infield to McEntee. He's under pressure, he's lost it, but the loose ball breaks Kent's way. He squares it to Findlay. He's got space and time. He slips it back infield to Devlin, out to the right hand side for Steinwender. Long ball from him. Braga's going to give chase here. Sterling's the covering player. It goes behind the byline, and it's going to be a goal kick and not the corner that Braga and the Hearts supporters were wanting there. There's three decisions have gone against Hearts here in the
do we not think that's a corner?
stages.
From up here, I think
it's a hard one to call because the two of them arrive at the same time.
I think Sterling just gets there first, and then it goes, and again, this is these things as a player, or is it coming through? It's like goal kick. What do I know? Anyway, he'd be raging.
Just his pace again.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets himself a Rangers backline out of trouble. You can see the way Hearts are starting because Rangers with that 5 box wide areas for Hearts, and they're just getting the full-backs on it, clipping up the line, causing Rangers a few problems.
Mikey Moore on this near side, pinched off in there by Magnus, and he seems to be growing game by game. The Icelander, as Kingsley moves it back to Finlay. Now it's with Kent at the edge of his box, out to the right-hand side for Steinbender. It is goalless after 8 minutes.
I think, as Dodgy says as well, I think Hearts are at their best when they get the ball wide and they get crosses in the box. Hopefully that can play into their hands, the fact that they can get down the side of Rangers.
Already we're seeing that this midfield battle is going to be absolutely fascinating here.
That's the other side of it, where Hearts are going to have space in wide areas. Rangers are going to have the extra man in there. It's whether they can use them or not. But it's frantic in there with the numbers, Liam.
There's Fernandez at the edge of his box, taking it for a rod into the midfield. He's got an opportunity to roll it out to Mekhoma on the left, and that's where it's gone. He's up against Kizaridis here. Mekhoma is away from Kizaridis. He's managed to get the cross in. Did it take a deflection? Yes, it did. It will be a corner to Rangers, their first of the afternoon. And an opportunity to put the Hearts defence under pressure, really, for the first time.
Yeah, and a good play from Rangers there, getting down the sides, trying to get a cross in the box and getting a corner out of it. And again, from both teams now, first corner, can Rangers go and attack the ball, get a good ball? Obviously, Tavernier, it's always usually a good ball into the box, and can Hearts defend it well?
They have been defending pretty well of late, the league leaders. Tavernier corner, then in swinger with the right foot from the main stand side as Rangers attack Gorgie Road in the first half. Swung in, it's a good one, there's a header, it's ended up in the net! Fernandez got the touch! And Rangers strike first in the opening 10 minutes at Tynecastle. Tavernier's corner, Fernandez's header ends up in the bottom right. There was another Rangers player on the line. But Fernandez is taking the credit, and it's Heart of Midlothian 0. Rangers 1.
Well, you know I love a set piece. I'll tell you, that is unbelievably well worked. The two that are, as Hearts are zonal, the two that are not getting picked up just run and block the front two, and Fernandez just gets a clean run.
It's a great header, but I think the boy on the line might have touched it in.
I think he's touched it in, yeah.
Yeah, Miovski, I think it was on the line.
I'll tell you something, what a stroke of luck this will be if this is offside, because there was too much space there for the Rangers player.
Miovski is offside, so this goal looks like it's going to be chalked off. Miovski's got a touch on it. It looked like he did get a touch.
I tell you something, see who is it that actually heads the ball? Fernandez.
Yeah.
You're raging if you're him. Raging,
it's
because
going in anyway.
It's going in, and it's a goal. Typical striker trying to take all the glory now, honestly.
But it's the one thing I would say, right, it's offside. It's so well worked. I'm telling you, the two blockers, and then he just runs right through them and he flicks it and Ryan's right. It's going in, you shouldn't touch it.
Well, it looks like this goal's going to be chalked off. Nick Walsh is talking to his VAR, who's Grant Irvin, who's watching the replays. By all accounts, we don't have that ability. We don't have any monitors here to watch it back, but from what we're hearing, Miovski's offside on the line. So Nick Walsh continues to take advisement from the VAR, and the Rangers players, well, they've all gone back as if centre's about to be taken, but all eyes on Nick Walsh as he continues to make Tynecastle wait. And there you go, offside, no goal, it stays 0-0. Ruled out for an offside against Bojan Miovski, who's absolutely robbed Emmanuel Fernandez of a goal there. He's robbed Rangers of a goal with the touch on the goal line, although we are hearing perhaps it wasn't on target, so maybe Miovski had to go for it. But in any case, it's no goal, it stays 0-0, and Hearts breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, if Hearts ever needed a jolt or just a little bit of something to say, listen lads, we're in a proper game here against a proper team, that was it. Because without that bit of luck, they're 1-0 down and backs against the wall.
There goes Moore out to Aarons on this right side, looking to return it to Moore down the side of the box, but Magnussen's there again. to get between the man and the ball and see it behind. He's been excellent, hasn't he, recently?
Yeah.
Derek McInnes, it took a little while. He wasn't necessarily getting games, certainly not starts early in the season. He's becoming a big player.
Yeah, again, it's taking your chance, isn't it? He's, with Benny been out injured, he's had that opportunity to come in. He's a young guy coming to a new country, trying to find his feet, and I think he's got better and better as games of every game that he's played in. He's got better, but this is how important this crowd is, because you can see that getting that slice of luck, it's just injected a bit more into the sort of crowd, transfer that onto the players, and hopefully the players can take that on board, that they need to be switched every, especially set pieces. You know, with Tavernier's delivery, every single set piece that Rangers get, Hearts cannot switch off. 13
minutes played, it remains 0-0 then. Here as the rain begins to tumble down.
Celebrated that like a goal in the Hearts crowd, didn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, Claudio Braga did as well. He was punching the air in delight there as Rangers got off, Hearts got off the hook. And clearance there by Aarons down this near side, and now it's with Findlay who's going to let it go out for a Hearts throw-in on this near side for Stephen Kingsley. So blown at having Halkett and Kent, who have both been excellent this season, but or Milne rather, who's suspended, but having Kent and Kingsley as the men to come in is decent. As Braga turns it infield from the right-hand side of the Rangers box, it's blocked and cleared, and now it's with Miovski, who's ransacked there by a combination of Kent and Devlin. Magnuson in the centre circle, out to Kingsley on the left, midway inside Rangers territory. Kingsley back to Magnuson, into the centre circle for Devlin. I'm sure he was the intended target, but he controls anyway, back to Kent and out to Kizaridis on the right. Touches it to Steinvender on the touchline and back into his own half for Frankie Kent. Now with Findlay to Kingsley and then back to Kent. Hearts looking to threaten Jack Butland for the first time. And Steinvender picks up on the halfway line on the far side. Infield to Kizaridis, back to McEntee. Brilliant turn by McEntee, and he's fouled by Raskan. And Hearts take a quick free kick through Kizaridis. It's ended up back with Findlay, who rolls it along the grass to Kingsley on this near side. Now Magnuson forward towards Braga, trying to hold off Tavernier. Back to Shankland. His ball forwards cut out by Sterling. Knocks it into the centre circle for Miovski, who can't control. Kent's onto it, finds Steinvender. He goes back to Shvolov. The Hearts knocking it about with confidence and purpose, and patiently as well. They'll have taken a real boost from the fact that that goal was ruled out. It was such a sloppy one for them to have conceded had it stood.
I think obviously, as the guys are saying that the header was going wide, but I think Hearts need to be aware Miovski is a goal scorer. I think that's what Rangers have lacked of late.
There's a chance for Cammy Devlin driving down the left for Hearts, down by the byline, down by the corner flag. Crosses in, takes a touch off the defender who was barren, and that breaks kindly for Butland, who gets onto it at his near post.
Yeah, he took too much time, didn't he? Like, I mean, he should have just got on it and whipped it across, especially with this greasy surface, as you're saying now. It's a furious pace. I mean, you're not getting a breath, and especially in that central area. You take a touch, you're nailed.
You can be quite nitpicky there, but Cammy's in a really good position there, and if you're one of the strikers busting to get into the box, you're just saying to him, Cammy, come on, these half chances, these wee sort of areas that we get into, especially playing against Rangers, the calibre of the team, we need to make these count.
Remains 0-0 here at Tynecastle. It is back with Butland, who swings it out to Tavernier on the near side. Tavernier controls well and finds Aarons. It's ball forward, cut out by Kingsley. Chipped forward there, those they get it back and headed away by Kent on the halfway line. Magnuson helps it on its way. Shankland heads it in field. Raskan gets onto it. It's all very scrappy down there all of a sudden. Diamonde picks up the loose ball and shifts it to Meghoma, who crosses the halfway line and turns it in field to Diamonde on the spin, but he gives it away, and it's Kent. And now Rangers could be caught out on that far side. It's Kizaridis driving forward, cutting in field to open up for Kizaridis, goes for goal and just fires it wide with the left foot. Fabulous play by Alexandros Kizaridis, who had Tynecastle on its feet there as his effort swings past the left-hand side of Jack Butland's goal, and it stays Hearts 0, Rangers 0. That's a real Bit of powerful football by Kizaridis.
Yeah, great play there, coming inside off the touchline and then having his shot with his left foot. I was literally just about to say he's due a performance. He's been quiet the last couple of weeks. We know what he can give us when he comes in, obviously on the other side as well, when he loves to cut inside and just showing us there, even on his weak foot on his left side, he's willing to have the shot. But great play again from Hearts. You could see Derek McInnes was chasing him up the touchline, just saying to him, on you go, on you go. And Hearts just need to take the confidence from that, keep trying to build into it.
So direct. I mean, it was a great pick out from Kent first time, one touch and he's at him and just curls wide. Great effort from Kizaridis.
Rangers down the left, Diamonde sliding in his Finn Leighton put it out for a throw into Rangers, which is level with the penalty spot on the far side. The visitors attack, knocked back there to Meg Homa, then Diamonde on the touchline goes back to Fernandez. He finds Sterling on the halfway line, shifts it to the right side of the centre circle for Tavernier, forward to Barron. And Barron midway inside the Hearts half, plays it to Aarons, then infield to Tavernier, out to Barron. Tavernier goes down, I think he was caught, he was. It's a Rangers free kick a few yards from the near side touchline, almost level with the edge of the D of the Hearts penalty area.
Yeah, it's a silly one because Rangers get this new set piece coach and he looks as if he's done his homework with that opening corner that was headed by Fernandez, and then Braga, I think it was, giving away a cheap free kick, so they'll be asked a question if they can put in a good delivery.
Yeah, I think the Hearts' point of view there, I think it's Cammy Devlin. You don't want to be giving that away, do you? You just want to show him down the line there. Tavernier sort of running into loads of Hearts bodies there. Just show him into the bodies. You don't need to nip that. You don't need to try and win it there, because again, we know how good he is from dead ball situations. Hearts need to defend this one better.
James Tavernier over it, right through to delivery. Hearts have everyone back. Tavernier bends, it's another brilliant ball and headed over the bar. Well, it's a huge opportunity there as it was swung in towards Raskan. He got his head onto it, but he heads it well over in truth, and almost in 20 minutes it stays Hearts 0, Rangers 0. Chances at both ends.
Yeah, on the money again from Tavernier. I think great ball in. I've seen it before. Raskan, for as small as he is, he attacks the ball really well. And I mean, if he just heads that down a yard or so down, it's straight in the back of the goal. So again, another warning from Hearts.
I think he should score. Yeah, it was. I mean, they start in an offside position and they run to the front, and I think he's just ducked early, and he might have just been flagged offside. But for me, even if he is offside, you've got to make sure he sticks that in the net. You're right, just head it down. I think he's got one eye on the goalkeeper, isn't he?
But again, even with that, it's just a warning for Hearts that they can't allow cheap corners, cheap free kicks round about the area, because, as I said, Tavernier's delivery 9 times out of 10 is on the money, so you can't give him that opportunity.
Frankie Kent has the ball under control, but he's back facing his own goal. He passes it back to Schwolov, who in fairness controlled it well and smashes it up the pitch. It's flicked on by McEntee. Drops to Fernandez though. Now Raskan in the centre circle, back to Tavernier. Barron on the halfway line, forward to Moore. He stabs it out to Aarons on this near side. Barron then goes back to Tavernier. Out to Fernandez, across the halfway line, chips it forward. It's made its way to Meg Homa, behind Kizaridis, who makes the challenge, but it's fallen kindly for Fernandez, who knocks it to Diamonde. Now it's with Raskan left of the centre circle in the Hearts half. To the right of it for Tavernier, and back to Nicholas Raskan. Dreadful ball. He's not started the game well, Raskan. He give it straight to Devlin. He can't hold on to possession. Raskan has it here again, and it's short to Barron. Infield for Diamonde, who goes back to Sterling. It remains goalless here at Tynecastle, approaching the end of the first quarter. Long ball from James Tavernier, high down this right hand side of the Hearts box now with Aarons, who controls. His cross is blocked by Kingsley. Aarons then infield to Tavernier. It's not a great touch from the Rangers captain, but he's managed to win it back. Stabs it back out to Aarons, and then he goes back to Raskan, who shifts it infield to Diamonde. Now with Raskan, and back to Sterling on the halfway line. Under pressure from Shankland. Raskan gets onto it a little bit fortuitously there. It kind of went behind him. And he barges into Devlin, no free kick. Rangers play on. Diamonde finds Moore, skips away from Magnuson up towards the edge of the box. He goes for goal. Schwolow dives to his right, makes the save. Breaks out to the far side. Makoma across. Takes a deflection and goes behind for a Rangers corner. It's excellent play from the visitors. It stays Hearts 0, Rangers 0 though. Rangers corner, 22.5 on the clock.
Yeah, they get a bit of fortune with the break with Raskin bump into Devlin, and then they find Mikey Moore, and he's slick, he's quick, he's at his men, and he's beaten them. He's hit the shot and he's taken a deflection. I'll tell you what a save from Swallow that is.
Yeah, it's that difficult position for Hearts to pick up when Mikey Moore drops into the sort of hole. One of the midfielders pick him up, or does a centre half come out of his area? I don't think we'd want your centre halves coming out, but he picks up a really good area, a really good shot, and a good save. But I think Hearts will need to be aware of that. It's really good play for Rangers, but can Hearts be aware of Mikey Moore dropping into that area? Because if he keeps doing it, he will affect the game, and we've seen it before.
Outswinger from James Tavernier, right hand side, in it comes. It's another Rangers head, it wins it again. It's Raskin, but it's timid, and it's gone closer to the corner flag than the goal, and it stays Hearts 0, Rangers 0. The teams are in at Celtic Park, 3 o'clock kick-off. Celtic against Aberdeen. The home side, Schmeichel is in goal. Ralston, Trusty, Tierney. It will be Yang and Maida, Engels, McGregor, Nygren, McCowan and Kenny. For Aberdeen, it's Mitov, Devlin, Milne, Knooster, Lobin and Jensen, Auschich, Armstrong, Keskinen, Carlson, Lazetic. Celtic Aberdeen kicks off at 3 o'clock. Here on BBC Radio Scotland with Sports Sound just now, it's Hearts 0, Rangers 0 at Tynecastle. It's Connor Barron midway inside his own half, easing it out to Aarons on this near side. Long ball forward there from the Rangers right wing back, headed away by Findlay. Breaks to Devlin, facing his own goal under pressure. Does brilliantly to turn and find Shankland. He goes back to Magnus and he finds Braga. Now it's Shankland, out to Kizaridis on the right hand side. Kizaridis in the box, stops the shoulder and shoots across the face of goal and wide. Goal kick, Hearts 0, Rangers 0. But they have just torn Rangers apart there with 5 or 6 passes, and Kizaridis not quite on point. He goes wide again, but Rangers are going to have to be so wary of the threat of Kizaridis cutting in field in those positions.
Yeah, I think everything up until the shot was absolutely bang on point. I think that Cammy Devlin picks the ball up, he's back to his own, facing his own goal, manages to get himself out of the position, play a good pass, a one-touch interchange between Braga and Lawrence Shankland, superb. Lawrence then drags across the middle of the pitch, switches the play to Kizaridis, and again just that final bit, can he hit the target?
Shankland's little header finds Magnuson. Now Braga goes down the left of him. Challenge from Barron, but it's with Claudio Braga out towards this near side touchline. Comes off Barron, who does well to prevent the corner. There'll be a Hearts throw in down by the corner flag on this near side. It looks for all the money as though that was going for a corner. Braga's felt the full force of Connor Barron there and is down in apparent trouble.
Yeah, he got a free hit, Connor Barron, didn't he? Just try to shield it out. Braga comes right through the ball and takes a bit of Braga as well. Feels a sore one. I mean, it was brilliant play going back to the Hearts chance. I mean, just admiring it from up here. Yeah. Just the slick passing, the one-touch layoffs, the feed wide out to Kizaridis from Shankland, and then if he's on his left, he fancies him, but he's right, he just drags it a little bit, and it's hit with a bit of pace so the forwards can't get there to bundle it in the net.
Yeah, brilliant play. Braga's back on his feet. It remains 0-0 after 26 minutes. Just about. The attendance here is 18,829, including that small pocket of Rangers supporters in the school end off to the right hand side of it. As Kingsley prepares to take the throw, and he's taking it level with the 6-yard line, finds Kizaridis. Braga's okay, he's continuing, limping slightly, comes back to Kizaridis. A long, high, deep ball into the Rangers box, which is flicked behind for the corner by Fernandez. Didn't know what was going on behind him, couldn't take any chances there, and it's ended up being an opportunity for Hearts to get this in on top of that Rangers box.
Yeah, it's one of the big looping balls. I think as a defender, you've just got to try and do your best and clear your lines with it. I think the worrying thing for Hearts here is Braga seems to be in some sort of discomfort because of that tackle for Connor Barron, and hopefully he can shake that off.
Out swinging corner for the home team, the league leaders. Kizaridis flicked away by Meghoma. Breaks back to Steinwender. Cushion header to his right for Devlin. Back out to Kizaridis on the far side. Taking on Meghoma. Comes back off the Rangers defender last and out for a Hearts throw in at level with the Rangers penalty spot. Oisin McEntee goes out to take. Man who got their second at Celtic Park a fortnight ago, which proved to be the winning goal. A seismic victory in terms of Hearts' title ambitions. If they win this, they would be exalted and some. And it comes, it's flicked behind for a goal kick this time. This is Nick Walsh again. The Hearts supporters disagree with him. I think Derry McInnes does too. But on the far side, Hearts 0, Rangers 0 here on Sportsend.
I think he got that one right, to be fair. I think Hearts trying the long throw in, Frankie Kent just trying to get a sort of flick on it. Probably gets too much on it and puts out for a goal kick. But Hearts need to try and take the positives and keep doing what they're doing. Can they get more chances? Can they get more slick passing together? I think Rangers, to be fair, from a away point of view, away performance, have started reasonably well. Can they try and fashion another chance, whether it's from a set piece or... I think what Hearts need to watch out is Tavernier, when they do come down this right hand side, is Tavernier's actually leaving that sort of defensive role that he's got and breaking forward, is Braga being switched on to that and matching him when he does go forward. There's a couple of times that he's got in.
Nice little turn by Mikey Moore, gets away from one, and it was Findlay driving up towards the edge of the box, rolls it wide right for Max Aarons. Low ball across is calmly dealt with there by Steinvender, but it breaks back to Aarons in the box. They give her space to cross it in, back to Tavernier on this right hand side. Poor ball in, cleared by Steinvender. It was good play by Rangers, and in particular by Mikey Moore, as Sterling fires it all the way back to Butland.
It was Steinvender took up a brilliant position though, and Tavernier eventually whipped it in, because he comes across from that right hand side away to this front post here from Rangers right hand side and gets it booted clear, because it was a good position for Rangers.
Devlin caught by Barron. Late challenge, he's getting a word of warning from Nick Walsh. It will be a free kick to Hearts, just inside the centre circle, inside their own half. Knocking on the half hour here in the capital, remains goalless. It's going to be a Hearts free kick, which Devlin takes with the right foot low out to Steinvender on the far side. And McEntee, first time looking for Shankland. Fernandez, the covering defender, has tried to slice it behind for the corner, under all kinds of pressure from both Shankland and then Braga. And it's drawn another corner for Hearts.
It's good play, that is basic play, just a ball down the side, your centre half. Lawrence Shankland making him uncomfortable, chasing him down. As a defender, the last thing you want to do is be running back towards your own goal and managing to get the corner out of it.
Outswinger from Kizaridis in front of the Rangers supporters. And it comes, it's a low delivery. Braga tries to help it on its way, and it's cleared by Sterling. Devlin goes back to retrieve it and knocks it to Steinvender, who's the deepest outfield player for Hearts here in the wake of that corner. Out to Shankland on the near side. Shankland fires it forward with the right foot, goes over the head of McEntee, and all the way through it comes to Butland. Hearts 0, Rangers 0. Hearts haven't lost here since they were beaten by Dundee at the end of April. It was the result that cost Neil Critchley the manager's job here. And it's well documented, Rangers haven't lost an away game since Boxing Day last year. Almost a full 12-month period has elapsed without them losing a league game away from home, as Sterling turns away from Shankland and finds Tavernier on this near side. Low ball looking for Barron, well read by Devlin again. Doesn't get as many headlines as the likes of Braga, Kizaridis, Shankland, but my goodness, what a job he does for this Hearts team. He's won it back again off Moore. There's Magnuson out to Steinvender, rolls it down the right side there for Kizaridis. Poking it back to Steinvender on the touchline infield. It comes to Shankland, first time looking for Kizaridis. Makoma is covering for Rangers and clears with the left foot. Header from McEntee, back into the box it goes. Away by Fernandez, and it drops kindly for Barron, who finds Aarons, who goes long to absolutely nobody, and it comes all the way through to Schwalov. And so again, the Hearts supporters trying to inject some more energy into their side. Best opening 17 games or so into a season since 2005 for the current league leaders. They were 2 points better off than they were that season, and what a season that was. All the headlines came from boardroom level, and George Burley's controversial departure. They finished second eventually. It's Fernandez He's under pressure over on the far side. He's got it to Makoma. They're deep inside their own half. The back heel has paid off, and then there's a clumsy challenge there by Steinwender, who's furious with it. I don't think you can have too many complaints. Did Rangers hemmed in there? Yeah. 32 minutes played, Hearts 0, Rangers 0.
He get roped in though. Diamondi had it and then passed it. Got it back and thinking, don't get near him. He was cute enough not to get near him the first time, and he just runs close to him, and Diamondi throws himself and gets a free kick. It's a good I'm enjoying the tactical tussle. It's not been a brilliant game, but there's Rangers definitely doing well in midfield where they can get Mikey Moore on it and the extra man, and Hearts when they get down wide there, you see Kizaridis is causing them problems at times. They can get the ball out to him quickly.
Yeah, I think there's little jewels, there's little kind of games going on within the game when you see, like as I was saying about Tavernier, when Rangers have safe possession, he busts forward, can Braga match that back? Barron and Cammy Devlin going against each other, or Mikey Devlin dropping into that hole, can somebody pick him up? It's been two good teams, to be fair. It's two decent teams going at it. I think both managers will be reasonably happy. I think, as I said, from Hearts' point of view, they've had 2 or 3 really decent chances, and Rangers on the set pieces getting the goal chopped off. I think the manager as well will be sitting there saying, yeah, as an away performance, this has been okay so far.
Rangers win it in the midfield with Raskan, but wanted too long on it. Braga's pinched it back, and now it's with Magnuson, right of the centre circle, finds Shankland up against Barron, rolls it to McEntee on the far side. Steinwender now down the line for Kizaridis, back to McEntee, and Steinwender goes back to Kent. It's very tight, so they're happy to go back to square one to try and build again. Kent for Devlin, low ball, right footed down the far side. Steinwender in field to Kizaridis, and now with McEntee, back to Steinwender, and then with Devlin, then with Kent. Fires it out to Stuart Findlay on this near side. Findlay just inside the Rangers half. Infield to Magnuson, who goes back to Kent. And out to Devlin, right of the centre circle. And it goes for Steinwender. Now Kizaridis, good possession from Hearts. What can they do in the final third? Kizaridis wins the throw-in off Fernandez.
That's the one, they'll spread out their back four.
So it's taken quickly. Braga inside the box, can only hit it behind for the goal kick. It is Hearts 0, Rangers 0.
Doddsy, do you not think from a Rangers point of view, if you're the manager, you're saying to Mikey Moore that he has to go and sit in Cammy Devlin at times defensively?
Out of possession, yeah. At times you maybe have to drop in. I'm just looking at though if they can spread out when they're in possession, and you see out to Steinwender or Vender, you can see Magomi's not sure where to go, and that leaves Kizaridis, and if one of the centre halves are not across to pick Kizaridis up, they're in trouble. So they're caught in between a rock and a hard place.
Barron wins it off McEntee in the midfield. Now with Diamondi midway inside the Hearts half, going through the gears under pressure from McEntee. Diamondi turns, gets away from Devlin, goes down, no free kick this time. Raskan looks to switch, it's a poor ball from Raskan, and then it goes for the throw into Hearts on this near side. Hearts fans unhappy.
Here we go.
There's a little bit of
Cammy Devlin obviously not happy.
Devlin and Diamondi, isn't it?
He thinks Diamondi's had a wee bit of a dive there. Fair play to Diamondi, just giving him a bit back as well. It's what you like to see, I think, as well. Not getting boiling overboard, but you want two players to sort of be in the game, have a go at each other.
Yeah, he's slight Diamondi, but he's like a piece of steel, let me tell you, and he's not having it from kind. They're still at it, he'll not let up, that's for sure. He's moved up a level for me when I watch him now, just from where he was maybe a season or two ago to now. He knows he's a good player, it looks like it.
I think for Hearts in the main this year, he's controlled games.
Magnuson's ball forward, bounces off Sterling, goes back to Butland. Two huge games for Hearts these. The Rangers game today, it's 0-0, 9 minutes to play. The derby next Saturday, and then they've got a sequence of games that, well, the Hearts fans will be looking at that sequence of 4 matches and thinking that's 12 points before Celtic come back here. And that's going to go out for a Hearts corner off Raskan on this near side.
So poor from Butland. He likes to show that he's in control. He's not the best with feet. A really good goalkeeper, shot stopper should be, I know that, but he likes to take his time and then clip balls. But Devlin's all over it, reads it, and they get the corner because of it.
Kizaridis comes out to take. on the Hearts left-hand side as they attack the goal to our left. And it's going to be an in-swinger this time from the Greek. There's a group of Hearts players at the back end of the penalty spot there. He's played it short to Braga, back to Kizaridis, the header's in! Stuart Findlay scores! And Tynecastle erupts here! Fabulous header, which Butland could do absolutely nothing with. And the dream goes on for these Hearts supporters. Stuart Findlay bullets the header into the top left corner. And it is Heart of Midlothian 1, Rangers 0. And if you weren't believing the Hearts have a chance of winning the league this season, you're going to have to start pretty soon, I would suggest.
What a goal. What a goal. I think this full Wheatfield stand, as soon as he played the short corner, all kind of gasped, thinking get it in the box, but Braga takes his touch as if he's going to cross it in, plays it back to Kizaridis. Shows you the quality of him. What an unbelievable ball in. And we're talking before the show how big a sort of miss Halkett was going to be with the goals that him and Findlay have scored this year. What a Stuart Findlay there, what a header, right in the back across the goal into the opposite corner. Superb from Hearts, superb.
Nothing Butland could have done about it, but it was he who helped concede the corner in the first place.
Yeah, he's taking his time with the chip out, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot more to go after that. They could leave 2v1. I don't know, they've got a set piece coach. Yeah, it looks good offensively, but defensively, you want to leave 2v1 at a short corner. I think they'll be reviewing that situation, and then, I mean, it's a wicked ball in, it's got pace, and Findlay does ever so well, because for me, he's got to come back to me a bit, Ryan, and get his neck round it.
Takes a step back.
I mean, it's a brilliant work goal from Hearts, but Rangers set up, I'm not sure of that.
The thing is, there's so much to look at on the sort of Rangers point of view. Butland, given it the experience he's got, shouldn't give it away like that at the start. And then obviously we say it all the time before we come out, set pieces, do you remember your jobs? And somebody's obviously forgot their job at the front bit.
Rangers have a free kick, my goodness, Tavernier slips as he takes it, but it's fortuitously arrived at Max Aarons, who goes down. That's going to be a goal kick to Hearts. Braga and Devlin combine. I mean, the feel-good factor around this place right now is astonishing. These supporters at Tynecastle, when you look at the last decade, perhaps even more than that now, the financial problems the club had, the points deductions, the 2 relegations, the one in the COVID season, which was extremely harsh on not just them, but on Partick Thistle and Stranraer as well. When you consider the roller coaster that these supporters here have been on, the ride they've been on in the last decade or more, to be sitting at the top, potentially 9 points clear before the game at Parkhead kicks off, it is quite astonishing.
They deserve it, I think.
And they've won it back here. Braga off Tavernier, he's in the box, couldn't quite find Shankland though. Might have been a foul at the edge of the area as well there by Sterling. The referee doesn't think so, and it trickles behind for the goal kick. Rangers have to be careful here because they're up against a whirlwind. 5 minutes to the break, 1-0 Hearts.
Yeah, Tavernier gets caught a little bit, tries to be clever and come away with the ball, but the breaks for Hearts maybe should have done better, Braga, but my word, the recovery and the tenacity of Devlin's frightening. I mean, he was like a little terrier in there, and then I think it was Aaron's giving him a bit and he's just telling him, shut up, go on with it. And I tell you what, it's a good tussle that. He's been different class in the midfield.
He's relishing this, he's relishing the role in the team, relishing the fact that Hearts will be top of the league at Christmas. We knew that before today. First time a side's done that out with the 2 big Glasgow clubs since Aberdeen in '93. Devlin's been caught, the ref spotted it, he was trying to allow an advantage. And it's going to be a free kick now for Hearts. I think it was Barron again. I think the Hearts supporters feel he should have been booked by now, let alone at this point, but he's managed to avoid that.
I was like Ryan, Liam. I was a good away performance from Rangers, getting plenty of ball, getting Moore on it, causing a problem. That's why you're saying about dropping in, and it's just if you can get Moore on it, like I'm talking like defensively, but offensively, if you can get him on it, it was a good away performance. They were causing problems, but Hearts have had 1 or 2 and they've taken the lead, so it's how Rangers bounce back.
Braga, lovely header, Shankland, tight angle, scores! Doesn't matter about the tight season as they look to win the title for the first time since 1960 and to end the stranglehold from the West that has manifested itself for 4 decades now. It's wonderful from Shankland. It's 12 for the season, and it's Heart of Midlothian 2, Rangers 0 before the break.
Lads, what is going on here? I mean, I was literally just about to say, Hearts have been absolutely brilliant. Can they get to half-time, 1-0 up? Well, on the Hearts front, as soon as it falls to Lawrence, you know he's going to hit it there, but I tell you what, Dodgy, you'll probably clarify this here. Jack Butland's been at fault for both their goals. He started the first one with that slack pass out, trying to be too cute, and he has to save that. He cannot be beat from that angle at his near post, through his legs. And again, you go back to it in Rangers, this is where their big players have to stand up. Their experience, he's one of the most experienced players, and he comes out and you see him when he does his press conferences and all that, giving it all the big ones. This game matters. This is, if I'm a Rangers player, I'm absolutely fuming at him. Fuming at half time.
Yeah, a wee bit before it, yes, when the header was won far too easily and flicked on, but Shankland, we think he's going to get a better angle, but the ball seems to be going away from him. He's only 2 yards from the touchline, and the angle's right against him, and he catches it sweet as a nut. But Butland's had a shocker, let's be honest. It's going right through him, but take nothing away from Shankland. What a strike it was.
The dream is on. These Hearts supporters, 100% it's on, and Taverniers misjudged it. Shankland in the box, wins the corner, though the Hearts fans want a penalty for handball against Sterling. They do have a corner though. Final minute of the 45, we're hearing 3 are going to be added on at the end of it. In fact, 2 it is, so 3 to play.
There's Rangers' problems right there, just empty it down a channel, and they're in all sorts of trouble.
The Hearts looking for a 3rd goal here, and we're not even at half-time. Kingsley will take, outswinger with the left foot. Into the box it comes, it's headed well wide in the end there by Findlay, the man who got the first goal to take his tally to 5. His first season on loan from Oxford United here at Tynecastle, so used to seeing him pop up at Kilmarnock where he worked with Derry McInnes last term. And he's weighed in. We know Halkett's weighed in with plenty as well. Findlay with the header with the opener, Shankland with the second. The fabulous finish. 2 minutes confirmed, added on at the end, went into the first of them. Hearts 2, Rangers 0. Bouncing ball, Fernandes heads out for a throw-in. Rangers are bang up against the ropes here.
Yeah, they just need half-time now. And I mean, it's a big half-time for Danny. Oh, what does he say to them? How does he galvanise them? How do they try and get themselves back into the game? I mean, it's right now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I don't particularly know what they're going to do here to get back into the game. Half-time's coming at the right time for them.
Not for Hearts, who continue to rampage forward. Shankland tried to find Braga. Rangers have dug themselves out, and it's Barron rolling it to Raskan on the far side. And he wins the throw-in after the challenge from Steinvender. They got away with one early on, Hearts. Miofsky tapping home, but he was offside. They were let off the hook, and they've taken full advantage of that. As we go into the second of the 2 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Kent with a big up and under into the Rangers half. Braga's forced it back to Shankland. Challenge from Diamonde, who then goes in on McEntee. Free kick, Hearts. No further punishment at the moment, I don't think. Nick Walsh having a little think about it. And he summoned Diamonde, who slid into the challenge. The one thing I would say is that the challenge, if you're on the other side of it, Nick Walsh would have had a better view just how nasty it was from Diamonde, but he's lunged in there. It's always a dangerous game.
Yeah, I don't think he's caught him as much as McAtee's making it, but there was one in Europe, he did the same, and then they reviewed it, and you can't see it from here. Nick Walsh wasn't in a great position, he was behind him as well, but McAtee goes down, foul, nothing given, so couldn't have been that bad.
Hearts now.
Sorry, what I'm saying with that is VAR would have had a look if he was over the top.
Yeah, it seems as though play is about to resume. Not for much longer, right enough. The 2 minutes have come and gone. There'll be a little bit on top of that because of that incident Kizaridis with the Hearts free kick, drifts it to the left-hand side of the box, headed back towards the 18-yard line where Sterling manages to thump it up into the air. There's the half-time whistle. There's the standing ovation from the home supporters. And little wonder, they're in absolute dreamland down Gorgie Road these days. And they've got a 2-0 lead against Rangers, who, had the Ibrox side come here and won, would have considered themselves title challengers. Not in this showing right now, because they're up against the ropes in the capital. Stuart Findlay's header after Mijovski's goal was ruled out for offside gave Hearts the lead, and within 5 minutes it was 2. Shankland smashing home from the tight angle, right hand side of the box, under Butland into the bottom left corner, as the maroon and white half of Edinburgh eye up a 9-point lead once again at the top of the top flight, albeit you would have played 2 more matches than Celtic, who will play one of those games this afternoon. That one kicks off against Aberdeen at 3. But for now, at the break at Tynecastle Park, there's no sign that this Hearts team's going to wilt. It is Heart of Midlothian 2, Rangers 0.
Every goal,
Brilliant goal! My goodness me!
every game,
It is absolutely bedlam in the away end!
every kick of the ball.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing here!
This is Sports Sound
Sports Sound.
from BBC Radio Scotland.
Two Doors Down returns to BBC One Scotland with a brand new Christmas special on Christmas Eve. So, in the spirit of goodwill to all colleagues, I'm inviting our BBC neighbours from 2 floors down to join me up in the Radio Scotland studio.
Have you got any mince pies?
Ones with all the cream on the top.
You got the ones with the brandy in them?
Oh, I like the sound of
I
it.
haven't got any mince pies.
The Two Doors Down Christmas Takeover with Brian Burnett. Christmas Eve from 1:30 on BBC Radio Scotland and Sounds. And don't miss Two Doors Down Christmas Special. Christmas Eve at 10 on BBC One Scotland and iPlayer.
You'll have to bring your own mince pies.
This is Sports Sound. We're live here on BBC Radio Scotland with me, Richard Gordon. Stuart Findlay's 5th of the season. He joins Craig Halkett on that number, so the 2 big central defenders weighing in 10 goals between them. Lawrence Shankland has 12 on his own because he smashed in the second just a few minutes later. And right now it is the league leaders who are very much in control of this one. They're unbeaten at home since the 26th of April in the league. Rangers hadn't lost away from home since Boxing Day last year. They're going to have to pull off one heck of a comeback in the second half if they are to maintain not just that, but their current run of 11 without defeat. It has been all action, perhaps at times not the best football you've ever seen, but you could never question the desire and the determination, I mean, from both sets of players for part of the game at least. But wow, Hearts have absolutely taken control, certainly since about the quarter mark of the game. They've got those 2 goals. Ryan Stevenson, we talked about self-belief beforehand. They must be absolutely full of it right now in the way that they've turned things around.
Oh, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I mean, listen, did they get a big slice of luck with the offside goal? And it just shows you how games can change, because Rangers started well. We know how good Tavernier is from dead ball situations, and Hearts got a bit of luck. And I said as soon as the goal was chopped off, you could just hear the fans sort of, and again, this is because everything's going well and they're engaging with the players and they're engaging with the manager, and the fans just sort of lifted the players. It was as if Hearts had scored a goal, and ever since that moment, Hearts just sort of grew into the game. They had really good chances. They had a couple of sort of phases of slick play where they get Kizaridis in, and a couple of good chances. But then, if any team is going to go and do well in a season and go and compete for a league or be up the top of the league, you need your centre half to score goals. And Findlay, I was, as soon as they took the short corner, I thought I just put it in, and it was a great bit of play. Rangers probably should have defended it better, but a great header from Findlay. And I mean, then obviously they get the goal, the second goal, quite quickly after that from Lawrence. Lawrence doing what he does, good striker play. if you don't shoot, you don't score. I mean, it's an acute angle, and Jack Butland, I think from a Rangers point of view, will be looking at it, and he'll be at fault probably for both of the goals when you dissect it back. But I mean, from a Hearts point of view, half time, 2-0 up, it's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
The early goal for Rangers, it was Tavernier whipped it in, Billy. It was Fernandes with a header. It might just have sneaked in, maybe more likely to have hit the post or gone inches wide. Miovski does tap it in. When you see the first replays, you actually think it does look as if Stuart Findlay's back foot might just be playing him onside, but they drew the lines. And Miovski, of course, is leading forward. He's got the momentum, and it just his back. It's marginal. It's as tight as it could possibly be. But that was the call made by the officials. Rangers did have another opportunity or two after that. Raskan with a free header, and Moore with a low shot, which Shvolov made a great save from. But from that point onwards, it's been all about Hearts, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, as you said, I thought I was enjoying the tactical tussle, if you want to call it that, and there wasn't much in the game. Both sides had a couple of chances each. Kizarides cutting in as well, and then you went through the Rangers chances. Thought from a Rangers point of view it was an okay, pretty decent first half performance, and then suddenly they just wilted, and it came from Jack Butland, who is a right good goalkeeper, but it's not his finest asset on the deck. But when he knows that, he tries to show that he's composed and just clips one, takes his time. But Devlin's all over it. I mean, he's been all over the pitch, Devlin, anyway, but he's all over it. Wins the header, they get the corner, and then they score from it. And then he just has a nightmare. He has a shocker at the goal, because route one flicked on, you think, oh, he's going to hit it, it's going to be a good angle for him, but he goes wide, Lawrence Shankland, and you think, oh, he'll not try anything from there, he'll just clip it back in. But just strikes a half volley, but it just catches Big Jack out and straight through him. I don't know if it went through his leg, Richard.
Between the post and his left foot. I mean, he kind of almost buckles.
That's worse.
Do you know what? If he stands up and he sticks that foot out, he saves it. But he buckles in his left leg for some reason, and he allows just a little bit of a gap between his foot, which he's moved away from the post. The space between there, and it's I mean, it's a really instinctive and clinical strike by Shankland. He's done everything he can, Billy, hasn't he? He's got the ball on target, but the keeper has to save it. I mean, the keeper has made a complete mess of that.
He's flushed it, Shankland, there's no doubt. Looking at the striker's point of view, absolutely flushed it, got the angles to perfection. I mean, to squeeze it in at that angle without a goalkeeper even being there would be pretty good, but the goalkeeper's in front of him as well. If it goes through his legs, I can understand sometimes he can't get them close quickly enough, but he's obviously misjudged where the post and the space is, because the goalkeeper's rule, as you know, you can't be beaten at your near post, and he was, and it's not been his best day. He's saved Rangers a lot this season, but today has not been his finest.
And now it is, it's all about, Rangers trying to find a way of regaining a foothold in this, but from a Hearts point of view, Billy, Derek just wants them out and to pick up exactly as they have been for the past 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, once they get their goals, they kind of gives them a huge lift and they dominate, and you can understand that. Goals do that. Rangers are going to have to counter it. I think they might go a back four, take one of the five off. Maybe Aaron's off and puts Tavernier to right back and try and get him forward, and maybe get another man into midfielder up front just to try and get back in the game. But they're going to have to do something, because since the goals, in which was a tight game and there was chances for both, Hearts have dominated since they've gone in front.
Yeah, and they want to just try to maintain that. I mean, it could go either way, I suppose, Ryan. I mean, I suppose there are various ways it could go in actual fact. It could just stick with it is, but Rangers either really push on and get back into this, or you could see Hearts exploiting any spaces that Rangers might leave, and it could end up being a very, very difficult afternoon for the visitors.
Yeah, well, listen, I think if you're in the Rangers change room right now, the one thing you'll be saying is we have to get the next goal. If we get the next goal, everybody knows that, that's been involved in football and watches football. 2-0, if you can get a goal back, everything sort of changes. The momentum of the game can change. And if you're sitting in the Hearts changing room, Derek McInnes will be saying to them, listen lads, nothing changes, can we keep going doing what we're doing? And if we get the next goal, the game will be done. I mean, Danny Roll's now going to earn his money now, isn't he? Because it's such a big game for Rangers. I think they've been so good. We've obviously, I was saying it to my friends on the way up the road in the car, how good their away record's been. You have said it before the game started. They've been so good away from home. They need to try and get something out of the game. Even if it's a point, they have to get the next goal. They have to get something out of this game, because if Hearts go and get the 3 points, again, we're only at Christmas time, I understand that, but to go 12 points clear, I mean, it's such a massive gap, and Hearts just don't look like they're going to stop anytime soon. So it's a big 45 minutes coming up for Rangers, and on the flip side of that, it's a massive 45 for Hearts, because one, the performance-wise, since the goal got chopped off, has been superb. And Derek will probably be stating that, lads, can we go and make a statement here? Can we go and get the next goal? Because I think if they do get another goal, as you're saying there, it could be 3 or 4, and what a statement that would be.
There's still a long way to go. We know that games can change very quickly indeed, but everything we've seen so far suggests that if Hearts can maintain the form that they've been showing and the intensity that they have displayed throughout, then it is going to be very, very difficult for Rangers to get back into this. If indeed Hearts go on and get the win, they move on to 41 points. They'll be 9 points clear of Celtic by the time they kick off against Aberdeen, or at least in the early part of that game. We will have that one live as well. Players will be back at Tynecastle shortly. That will continue across most of the frequencies, and of course on digital sounds, online at bbc.co.uk/sportscotland. Also at the website, and you'll have the option online as well, and on digital, Celtic against Aberdeen. So that's going to be on the Radio Scotland Extra channel. So if you're on BBC Sounds and you want to listen through there, choose the BBC Radio Scotland Extra channel for Celtic against Aberdeen. That's in just a couple of minutes' time. We'll build up, we'll hear from both managers. We'll reconfirm the team news. Liam already gave that out, and then we'll have live commentary of that one to come. That will continue on Radio Scotland Extra until the conclusion of Hearts against Rangers, and then we'll all be back together again for the last couple of hours of the programme with you through until 5:30, and of course plenty to look back on. All the highlights will be on Sports Scene tonight. 7:15 BBC Scotland channel from today's 2 games, and of course the ones from yesterday as well. In the SWPL this afternoon, full-time early was Hamilton 1, Montrose 1. With about 20 minutes to go in these 3 matches, it's Aberdeen 0, Rangers 3, Hibernian 1, Celtic 2, Partick Thistle 1, Motherwell 1. The 4:10, big one it is, Hearts against Glasgow City. Hearts will start the game having slipped back into 3rd place on goal difference. Glasgow City starting 4 points clear at the top of the table. So we'll keep an eye on those matches. Celtic, with they've twice been in front in that game at Meadowbank Stadium, and into the final 20 minutes they are leading, which would keeps them as the live table stands alongside both Hearts and Rangers on 31 points, 4 points behind Glasgow City. Anyway, more on that. We'll keep an eye on what is happening there, and of course we've got all the live action to come. The stadium absolutely buzzing there at Tynecastle. It wasn't perhaps the start that the Hearts fans were hoping for, but my goodness, they have taken a real grip on that game since. And those goals from Finlay and Shankland. Shankland with his 12th goal of the season. In fact, Derek McInnes was talking about that before the game, Dozy, wasn't it? We've got a couple of guys there in Bragg and Shankland who are both on course for 20 goals this season. If they can maintain that kind of run, that kind of form, and provide those sort of goals, he was dead right, wasn't he? This is going to, that would be another factor as to why Hearts can keep this potentially going all the way to the end of the season.
Things like that win you the league, Richard. I mean, it's one thing that Rangers can't say this season. They've not got a striker who factor in double figures, so it's amazing that Rangers are up there. But when you get Braga and Shankland for Hearts, that gives you a hell of a chance. And then you've got a manager who usually handles most situations. I'm not going to jinx him, but shutting up shop, making it tough for teams. Usually good at seeing games out. So it's all set up, but Rangers need to do something to try and get back in it. Ryan was talking about the next goal, correctly so. They need it, but they've not scored enough goals this season either, so it's going to be a tough ask.
Right, now's the choice, or the chance for you to make a choice and decide what you want to listen to for the next little while. If you do want to hear the second half of Heart of Midlothian against Rangers, that will continue across most of the frequencies with Billy Dodds, Ryan Stevenson and Liam McLeod. If you want to hear the build-up and then the commentary from Celtic Park, Celtic against Aberdeen, make sure you're tuned in to BBC Radio Scotland Extra.
Football from Sports Sound
on BBC Radio Scotland.
Welcome back to Tynecastle. For those of you who have picked the second half, Hearts 2, Rangers 0. Both sets of players are back out on the park. Hearts an incredible 25 points better off after 17 games than they were a year ago when they were rooted to the bottom at this time. Now it's changed. History may beckon in the months to come for these Hearts supporters. It took them until match day 30 to accumulate 37 points last season and get themselves over the 40 mark. As Braga kicks off the second half, Rangers have made a change at the start of the second half. Chermiti on for Diamonde, so positive move by Danny Rule, but his team are 2-0 down as Mikey Moore picks up. Moore actually started the game pretty well, but they were seldom able to get him involved in the play as Aarons goes down on the far side to win the free kick. So Schwolov in goal for Hearts, Steinvender, Kent, Finlay got the first goal, and Kingsley, McEntee, Devlin, Kizaridis, Magnuson, Braga, Shankland who got the second. For Rangers now, Butland in goal, Tavernier, Sterling, Fernandez, Aarons, McHoma, Barron, Raskan, Moore, Chermiti and Miovski. Rangers in the all-orange with white flashes going from right to left towards the Roseburn Stand school end, and Hearts in the maroon and white towards Gorgie Road. Billy Dodds.
Yeah, Rangers straight into a back four. Tavernier's going into midfield, taking Diamonde's position. They've gone a diamond now as well, because Raskan's sitting at the base of it, Barron one side, Tavernier the other, Mikey Moore at the top, and then the two strikers up front.
Long ball from Butland, Chermiti flicking on, looking for Miovski, and behind him Kent's there to mop up and clears up high into the air as Aarons finds Tavernier. Forward to Chermiti, looking to get it into the path of Barron. He gets there in the end and finds Miovski, but it's well defended by Kingsley. The North Macedonian ran into him, and McEntee boots it clear. Sterling gets there ahead of Braga to win the header, but it's broken to Shankland. Aarons had his hands all over Shankland's jersey. He had a poor season last time, even though he was still their top scorer, Lawrence Shankland, but my goodness, he's playing with a real freedom just now and playing with real leadership qualities as well as the goal-scoring qualities we know that he possesses. He's been outstanding.
It was great striker play there, just holding it up, fighting off the Rangers players, trying to get it off him. And again, that just breeds confidence through the full team. When you can play it into your striker and he holds it up, it allows midfielders to get up close to him as well. It allows the full team to get up. He's such a big player, and I think, as you're saying there, after last season as well, I think he would have come into this season having a point to prove.
There's a lot of uncertainty last season about his contractual situation.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think there's a lot to take on. A lot of people don't understand that and don't see that. It's a lot for him off the park as well to deal with. And I think he has, and I think he's just come back even better, hasn't he? And I mean, from a Rangers point of view, they're probably sitting there thinking, why did we not sign him?
Hearts down to 10 at the moment because Magnuson's got a burst nose and they're frantically trying to fix that. So Rangers up against 10 men at the moment, and they've got an attacking throw-in which is going to get bowled into the box by Tavernier. Hearts head clear through Kingsley, breaks back to Tavernier on the far side. He wins his team the corner. Rangers in a big hole here in the capital.
Yeah, but that's the question. I mean, Tavernier just launching in there, Raskin at the front here, trying to flick on, comes back to Tavernier. He gets there first, tries to spin the cross, gets a corner.
Magnuson's back on the pitch to defend this corner. He picks up Miovski, outswinger from Tavernier, and it comes towards the penalty spot. Sterling can't get onto it, and he breaks kindly for Kizaridis. He's able to pop it out to Braga on the near side. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can. Fancies his chances against Dujon Sterling, who is pacey himself and gets it back to his goalkeeper. And Butland clears. We have managed to see replays of the second Hearts goal and Jack Butland's involvement in that. My goodness, he just pulled his foot away from potentially trying to save it. Saw on the big screens here, even the Hearts supporters were surprised the nature of the goalkeeping on that occasion as Kizaridis picks up and slips it into the Rangers box here, right side for Shankland. Gets it back to Kizaridis, chance to potentially shoot, he does, it's blocked and Barron clears. A third Hearts goal, it is lights out.
I think he could have maybe hit that a bit earlier, half a second earlier there. He takes a good touch, good play from him and Lawrence Shankland, but he takes his first touch and I just thought, take the touch, hit it. And he takes a touch, kind of takes that extra second and allows the Rangers defender to get in and get a block on it.
I think if he was right-footed he probably would have, Ryan, but that left foot, wasn't it? Try to get round it to hit the perfect shot. Brilliant from Shankland again. I mean, he's another one like Devlin, just moved to another level. I mean, he never used to take part. I'm not talking about Hearts days, but when you go back to even United days, Dundee United, he never took part in the hold-up, the build-up, bringing players into the game. My word, what a change in a guy.
Well, I read an interesting piece with Lawrence Shankland earlier in the week where he was talking about working under Derek McInnes at Aberdeen when he was an 18-year-old. They signed him from Queen's Park and he couldn't handle playing for a top-flight club at that time. But goodness, he leads a top-flight club here, the league-leading top-flight club. As Magnuson wins it back in the midfield for Hearts. He'll pick up with McEntee right of the centre circle, gets it forward there to Kizaridis, back to Shankland, first time looking for McEntee. Nicoma's going to have to be careful here. McEntee gets there first, pulls it back across, and Braga volleys it down into the ground with Magnuson waiting behind him. Shankland berating his teammate there. Even though they lead 2-0, it's the leadership I'm talking about. He knew if that comes to Magnuson, Braga knows. He's got a big chance.
Braga knows, because you can see Braga sheepishly walking away with his head down while the both of them are screaming at him. I mean, it's great play again from Hearts, good interchange, and again, all that good interchange, and then they play just one long ball over the top, good runners, and it's a good cross in, and I think Magnuson's running onto it there. Braga just has to leave it. He has to just get himself out the way to let Magnuson go and have a shot at goal.
McEntee did brilliantly as well to get the cross in, but you're right. I mean, going back, you said that greedy strikers, you midfielder, you'd have been giving me pelters there if I hit that.
I'd be giving you the death stare there for the next 5-10 minutes.
Long ball from Butland, helped in its way by Chermiti. Miovski trying to get onto it. Finley's header has just enough to get it back to Alexander Svolov, who's really been untroubled in the match. He did have to pick the ball out of his net early on, the offside Miovski goal, but Rangers are not really making him save anything.
The deflected shot from Moore was his best save because he got it away from goal.
That's the only occasion, isn't it?
The only one, but one thing to do, and he did it brilliantly, because he could have palmed that into a striker or central, but he didn't. He got it away from goal, and then Magoma had the next effort and goal. But really good save because of the deflection. But you're right, not been worked enough.
Rangers have it with Raskan right of the centre circle in the Hearts half, plays it short to his left for Barron. One thing is for sure, Rangers need the next goal, and it's with Mikey Moore on this left side. He's going to get away from a couple of maroon shirts. He gets the ball in towards the edge of the box. It's an easy clearance for Kent. Long ball forward, bouncing ball. Shankland trying to cause carnage, but Fernandez does enough to get it back to Butland. And now it's played short to Raskan. Remember, Celtic Aberdeen to come. That's going to be live on BBC Radio Scotland. Extra, the build-up continuing there as Rangers try and find a route back into this. Celtic Aberdeen, BBC Radio Scotland, Extra 810 medium wave and on digital. You're on FM and Sounds. It remains 2-0 to Hearts. It's Rangers down the right there, and then it's going to go out for a throw-in. Max Aaron's over it.
It's a brilliant header from Steinwender. Honestly, I think Rangers are in. Tavernier picks a brilliant ball. Moore and Miovski have got in behind that Hearts defence, and he comes from nowhere and get himself deeper and get it away. Brilliant header.
He's been great since he came back into the team as well, so he has. But I think see Derek McInnes here going absolutely crazy at Braga since that opportunity. He's gave the ball away a couple of times.
Yeah, so's Barron there, straight to Shankland. Now Hearts try to spring Rangers on the counter. Shankland rolls it to his left for Braga. Steinvender's in a wonderful position to his right. Braga's continuing his run up to the edge of the box, and has it nicked off him. And Steinvender's now berating the Hearts number 10. And Rangers are actually going to get a free kick for a foul there on Aarons. Gets the head up. Steinvender has the freedom of Tynecastle down this right side.
Do you know what? He's been unbelievable, and he is an unbelievable player, but sometimes when he does, if he makes a mistake, I think he then tries to overcompensate for making that mistake. And the last 2 or 3 times what he's tried to do, he's held on to the ball too long, he's lost it, he runs through there, and if he just lifts his head, he plays it out wide to Steinvender. Steinvender's in. He just needs to I can see Derek McInnes shout, he just needs to settle himself down, get himself back into the game. Magnussen's obviously an issue for them just now, been back off the pitch as well.
Yeah, he has. He's come back off to get a little bit more treatment with that facial injury. The Hearts playing with 10 at the moment, but they lead this match 2-0. Despite the berating of Claudio Braga from Shankland and Steinwender, they are 2-0 up, and as it stands, cruising. But Rangers have the ball again down the right here with Max Aarons, midway inside the Hearts half. Rolls it back to Sterling. Rangers unbeaten on the road in the league in almost exactly a year.
You need to try and get him back on here quickly. So
yeah, as McHoma finds Barron and into the centre circle for Raskan. Denny McInnes is urging his medics to hurry up. It's Aarons down the right, Tavernier, Devlin for company. Tavernier gets it across, it's booted away by Findlay. Aarons' header comes bouncing off Braga and falls back to Aarons, who shifts it infield to Raskan. Raskan then to the left of the centre circle for Fernandez. Still Magnussen waits to come back on. Derek McInnes pushing him back onto the pitch. As McHoma comes down the left, brilliantly defended by Steinwender, who wins the free kick up between the man and the ball. Free kick to Hearts, 2-0 to Hearts, and they've got through the first 10 minutes of the second half unscathed. Not good. That they've had much to defend.
Do you know what that is? That's just good management, game management. I think they'll understand it. They're down to 10 men. Can he just buy the free kick, which he does? Steinwender, he gets his body in front of it, buys the free kick, allows his team to just take a breath, get themselves back up the park, get Magnussen back on the park as well. Great play.
See, when they knew Magnussen was off, the work rate of the nine outfield were incredible, doing the job of two men, and Devlin again going out and block across when Rangers get in behind.
Shankland scoops the ball towards Braga at the edge of the Rangers box, but Aarons is there to rifle it clear. Chermiti gives chase, Findlay gets there first, brilliant defending again. I mean, they can do no wrong right now, this Hearts team.
Yeah.
Every single one of them is making a big contribution.
What I will say, on another day that actually doesn't come off and Chermiti runs through and goal.
Steinwender losing out to Raskan.
But we'll take it. We'll take it.
I'm sure they will.
He's gone to clear it though, hasn't he? And it's just, it looks as if he's just whipped round, timed the tackle perfectly, but it wasn't. He tried to blast it and it come off Miofsky and just broke perfectly for him.
Seen stranger things happen in football than a team coming from 2-0 down, but right now Hearts look really comfortable, Ryan.
Yeah, listen, I think Hearts just need to keep doing what they're doing. Rangers have to find a solution here. They have to try and get up the pitch. They have to try and play in behind Hearts. I mean, sometimes, again, we talk about these new age coaches and things like that. See, sometimes you're 2-0 down away from home. Can you just turn Hearts? Can you get them facing their own goal? Can we get crosses in the box and just try and fashion a half chance, a quarter chance, just to try and get yourself back in the game? Because they can have all the possession they want, all the passes they want here, but Hearts are sitting in a shape where you're saying, right, okay, pass it across the back, pass it into midfield and come back out. We're comfortable with that. Rangers have to try and find something. They have to try and find a bit of impotence somewhere. And can somebody, from the Rangers point of view, go and take the game by the scruff of the neck and get something out of this game?
We saw Hearts come from 3-0 down, of course, here earlier in the season against Motherwell. Fernandez picks up in the centre circle. Everyone bar Butland's in the Hearts half right now. It's Fernandez getting it out to this near side. It's now played short to Barron. He goes back to Raskan left of the centre circle. Aarons did make a run on the right side. Instead it's played short to Miofsky. He's barely been in the game since he put it in the net early on, but it was ruled out. Hearts 2, Rangers 0, 57 on the clock. Clipped forward by Fernandez, headed away comfortably by Kent. Breaks to Tavernier though. Tavernier rushing it towards Miofsky, who helps it on its way out to Aarons wide in the right. Level with the Hearts penalty spot. Dreadful touch, but he might get the corner here off Kingsley. He has done. It wasn't a great touch, but Kingsley went in on the stretch to make the challenge, and he goes behind for the corner.
Had to get it right as well, because look at a penalty if he doesn't get into the ball, just got a bit on it. I'm looking at Miofsky there, he helped it on its way out when Tavernier hit the crossfield pass, and then he goes out to get a return at the edge of the box. I'm thinking, once you help it out, get yourself in between the sticks.
The Hearts might be forced into a change here. And there's a Rangers corner. Kingsley's continuing for now. Given his injury history recently, McInnes will take no chances. Outswinging James Tavernier, corner with the right foot from the Rangers right as they attack the goal to the left. In it comes, flicked away by Shankland. Breaks to the edge of the box for Barron. His snapshot was well wide the left hand post. And it stays Hearts 2, Rangers 0, and once more Schwolow untroubled.
Yes, good defending there. The ball comes in, Lawrence Shankland getting a good contact on at the front post, and then even when it falls to Conor Barron, I think we were talking about earlier on, you can see every single Hearts player within a 5-yard radius just sprinting at him, making sure that their body's on the line, that they're going to block that shot, and he obviously drags it wide in the end. But Rangers need to find something from somewhere. I mean, you look at it just now, and probably the only person that looks as if they could maybe create something is Tavernier in the middle of the park, trying to get the ball wide, as Dodsy's saying there. The strikers have to get in the box, they have to get it right. Get in the box, that's where you're going to score the goals. It's the only way back into the game. Can Mikey Moore start affecting the game? I mean, I know Mikey Moore's a young player and he's only sort of learning his trade, but he's coming for the Premier League, so can he start affecting the game? It just looks kind
disjointed.
It's sort of just petering out here.
There's plenty of possession, but can't fashion.
Giving it away there. Miovski's giving it away, and Hearts have a chance for Kizaridis driving into the box, left hand side. Shankland! Oh, he's put it wide. What a chance to kill the game. He's at the penalty spot, side foot past the right hand post. That was the chance. That was the chance to bury Rangers there and put Hearts 9 clear. That might happen anyway, but it stays for now. Hearts 2, Rangers 0 in the hour mark.
Oh, I was halfway down the stand there celebrating. You're thinking as soon as he's it's great play from Kizaridis, and as soon as it falls to Lawrence, what is he, 7-8 yards out, you're thinking goal. But what I will say is it won't affect him. He'll get on with it, but he should be scoring that, and it should be game over.
He's furious with himself, Shankland. That should have been goal 13 of the season. It was Miovski who gave it away so cheaply. And here come Hearts again. Shankland, he gets it to Braga. Kizaridis to his right. Kizaridis in the box on the right foot, looking for space to shoot, and it's a really good block by Fernandez. Waited too long again. The space just wouldn't arrive for him to pull the trigger, and it stays 2-0 as Rangers going away in a counter here with Chermiti driving forward, falling down, but the referee's going to give the free kick and he's going to flash the yellow card at Oisin McEntee. It's Hearts 2, Rangers 0. 2 opportunities, but for Lawrence Shankland, Billy Dodds, he must have been, Ryan's talking about running down the stand celebrating, he must have been wondering about his celebration there.
Yeah, I mean, he's done the right thing. He's got to take it. It's brilliant from Kizaridis, poor from Miovski, as you said. Cut back perfect, pace is on the ball, so you just have to open the foot out and guide it towards goal. He's trying to be too precise. If he'd maybe just said, I'll put it not central, but to the left of the goalkeeper, I probably still score. But he was trying to be perfect and just put it inches past the post, and then McEntee gets himself booked. It was a curious decision he made because he let it bounce, it was over him, then he had to haul Chermiti down.
Rangers are going to make a change in a moment. It's Tavernier stands over this free kick with Jaden McHoma. So McHoma takes it short with the left foot to the right for Barron, swings the ball high into the box, header down by Fernandez, is cleared by Kent on the 6-yard line. Breaks to Tavernier, who rifles it all the way back to his goalkeeper. Rangers trying to find a way back into this. It's a long ball forward. Hearts fans claim offside, drop to Tavernier in the box, tries to find Moore, gets it back, does Tavernier, blocked by Steinvender and cleared by the Hearts defender, and out for a Rangers throw in on the near side as the Hearts fans all have a go at Nick Walsh and his assistant for not flagging for offside there. James Tavernier is coming off. Well, that's given the position they find themselves in, there might be some who'll feel that's a bit of a controversial decision. But JD Gassama's going to come on, and I guess he offers a threat, fresh legs as well. But are you surprised, Ryan, it's the Rangers captain coming off?
I'm not sure about that. I think I would take Aarons off before I would take Tavernier off. I mean, he's your club captain. I know he gets a bit of stick, but I mean, the amount of goals that he scores, when you need a goal, he gives you that opportunity from dead ball situation or open play.
Creates, yeah.
I think he's a really good player. I mean, I find that completely strange.
2-0 to Hearts, 63 on the clock. Sorry.
Hearts have to be aware of the fact that as much as there are no opportunities there, if they don't take them, Rangers can catch them on the counter-attack.
Yeah, it's a big switch. Gassama first touch, his ball across, cut out by Steinvender, continues to impress, breaks to McHoma, back to Gassama on the near side, gets away from Kizaridis, looking to get to the byline. That's gone over the line, has it? No, corner. That looked like the ball had gone over the byline as Gassama hit it, and then the ref didn't think so, and neither did the assistant Dan McFarlane on the far side, on the main stand side. And Rangers have themselves, I thought it was a corner, I think it's just a Rangers are waiting to take. Yeah, I thought that. McComa now spotting it on the quadrant. So Rangers corner.
He's so quick, Osama. I think he does just get there, not the full ball out, but they get a corner anyway.
Barron's over it. It's got Moore as a short option. It's coming straight into the box. Flicked away by Hearts. Kizaridis can't get anything on the follow-up though, and it's McComa who heads it. Nairns, and then lifted back towards Gassama, left-hand side. Fresh air, bounces off his arm. He falls to the ground. That's a Hearts free kick, and that sums up where Rangers are in this football match right now. Hearts 2, Rangers 0, 64 on the clock.
Yeah, he should have done better there, Gassama, but I think Hearts just need to take this as kind of mini warning, the fact that they've missed a couple of chances there. Rangers, as much as they've not been in it the second half, can punish them, and I think if they get a half chance they might punish them, so they need to just be aware that the fact that the game isn't dead and buried. Can they get themselves back into the game again? Can they fashion another chance, and can they take that next chance that comes their way?
Dundee were the last team to go with 2 back-to-back victories over Celtic and Rangers. It happened in 1985. That was across 2 seasons though. But having already won at Ibrox at Celtic Park, beaten Celtic here come Hearts again. Shankland in the box, deflected, and it's comfortable for Butland this time. Almost in 65.
If I'm Braga, I'm having my pop at my captain there.
He's probably saying, I'm not giving it to you because you never gave it to me.
It's a brilliant ball. Was it Magnuson that hit it, or Steinvender that just played it through? Magnuson was it? It's a brilliant spot, and then, to be fair, I don't think Shankland sees Braga, but if he does, he probably lets it go, and Braga's through 1-1 at the angle.
Rangers on the ball, 2-0 down, and on the far side Aarons in field to Moore, who we've barely seen since those opening 10-15 minutes. Barron on the right hand side, passing it back to Sterling, who finds Raskan, and then with Fernandez left of the centre circle in his own half, across the halfway line for McComa, passes it back to Raskan. Little movement from Aarons over on the right side. Eventually he passes it out there. It's knocked forward towards Moore. Cut out though. There's no way through for Rangers at the moment.
Again, I'm just saying, me and Dodgy are just saying there off air, Raskan's playing centre half there. He's picking the ball up, and I know he wants to try and get on the ball and all that, but surely you've got to get him. You're 2-0 down, and he's your deepest player. Get up. If I'm the manager, you're screaming at him, just saying, get up the pitch, try and affect the game further up the pitch.
Rangers have it wide in the right of the Hearts box, looking for some space to cross, and Moore's going to have to settle for the corner as it bounces off Kingsley. He seems to have shrugged off that earlier injury. Hearts 2, Rangers 0. Here on Sports Sound, BBC Radio Scotland, FM and Sounds, and medium wave, extra and digital. Celtic against Aberdeen, kicking off in 5 minutes in Glasgow. In comes the Rangers corner, and it's beaten absolutely everyone, and Magnuson's going to race onto it down this right hand side. Rangers could be caught short at the back here. Long ball, Magnuson looking for Shankland over on the far side. He's not going to get there. It trickles out for a throw in to Rangers, but level the edge of the D of their own box, which is taken quickly by Barron back to Butland.
I think he's got to just play Kizaridis in just down the line there and just let him
shadow.
Yeah, just let him chase it. Just say, on you go, you run into the corner there and get something for us. Tries to play the big switch, and I know Lawrence is on the opposite side, but it just peters out. I mean, it's these wee things for Hearts. They're under a bit of, not massive pressure, but a little bit of pressure just now. They need to see it out, but they also need to make sure when they do get the ball that they make the right choices.
Kingsley's clearance found Shankland, completely misjudged by Sterling.
Like
the ball out to Braga is cut out by Raskan. Barron shuffles away from Devlin, into the Hearts half he goes, midway through it now, under pressure from 3 maroon shirts. Gets it back to Raskan. Barron thought he was fouled. Raskan continues out to Aarons on the far side touchline.
He's raging at Chermiti. It wasn't a foul. He was like, show for me. And Chermiti ducked in behind his man. He wanted a bounce pass because he was under pressure on the run.
Gassama down the left, looking for McComa. Cross comes Magnuson, but he's put it behind for the Rangers corner, to the frustration of his manager Derry McInnes over on the far side. Rangers corner on the Rangers left as they attack the goal to our left in front of the Roseburn stand. And that, I think it's 600 or 700 Rangers supporters over on the far side of it, willing this into the net because they need something to happen pretty soon, you would think. Barron takes the corner, and it comes again. It's beaten all the Rangers players, and Magnuson once more picking it up over on the left. Now he's dinked it down the line for Kiziridis, and now Hearts could be in again. Shankland and Braga up in support with Braga. He's found Shankland, right hand side, chance to kill the game. Oh, it's a good save this time from Butland. Shankland with another opportunity to finish this. It stays Hearts 2, Rangers 0.
I still think he's got. I want him to score it. I think he's going to. He can score that. I mean,
it's not as good as his last chance.
No, it isn't.
But it's up there.
That's what I was trying to say. Can he take an extra touch there to take himself inside the box? He's got his hands on his head just now. I mean, I think as the second half goes on, that's what Hearts' best sort of outcome's going to be, is can they try and catch Rangers on the counter attack
from set pieces and corners.
Rangers are so open.
Oh my word,
so open.
Leave one back and then there's three breaking, no recovery from anybody that's in the box for the corner. I'm thinking you're done here, and it's Braga that puts him through this time, and he just knows he's going to get a shot, and he just delays.
You can take an extra touch there.
I think if he takes one more, the defender will block it. Yeah. I think he has to do it quicker. That's what I'm saying.
On both occasions, Shankland's second half chances, I'm expecting him to score. You're thinking both.
Yeah, especially the first one, 100%.
Kiziridis for Hearts on the left angle of the Rangers box, lays it out to the far side. Kingsley across, and brilliant ball headed behind for the corner by Bojan Miovski. It stays Hearts 2, Rangers 0. Hearts though threatening to put this one to bed.
It's brilliant from Hearts. Kiziridis waiting Kingsley, brilliant ball, but I'm telling you, the defending from Mikey Moore and Max Aarons is woeful. They've got to be doing more to get to the ball. Who's got the man? They're 2v2. They just let them turn out, run, play it down the channel, cross.
I mean, Stephen Kingsley's got 10 yards of space there at the edge of the 18-yard box to put a cross on.
Kiziridis then with the Hearts corner, outswinger with the right boot on this near side. They attack the goal to the right, and it comes the free header, and Butland holds on. It's Findlay again, whose free header gave Hearts the lead in the first half. This time he heads straight at Butland, and it stays 2-0 to the league leaders. Pass forward there by Fernandes for Miovski into the Hearts half come the visitors. Gassama slips it to Moore. Moore at the edge of the box. Shankland for company. Still it's Moore. Right hand side of the areas. Cross is blocked. There by Kingsley. Comes back out the far side's a header down. Schwalov does just enough. Two Hearts defenders there as well. Comes off a Rangers player last. Fernandes, and behind for the goal kick to the hosts.
It's a brilliant ball, dinked in, and I'm not sure if Fernandes doesn't get a header and Miovski's taken off for him, or Miovski's getting his way and he's headed it off Miovski to put it behind, but it's an unbelievable opportunity.
It's a great ball and it's a great opportunity. Do you not think somebody's just got to go, I'm taking the ball, the man, the player, everything there, just to score a goal here?
I'd like to see it again, because I think Fernandes is raging. It's either Miovski's just gone and headed it and it's headed it wide, or Fernandes has shouted and he's headed it off his back and has gone for the by kick, but he was raging with Miovski.
Taylor Washguard's going to come on for Rangers for the final 18 minutes or so. It's no change in the scoreline since the break. It was 2-0 at half time. That's how it's remained, those 2 goals in a 5-minute spell. And the clock's ticked on to 3 o'clock, so kick off at Celtic Park. Coverage of that one, Celtic against Aberdeen, on BBC Radio Scotland, extra 810 medium wave and digital. I think Rangers are going to bring Danilo on too. The last throw of the dice really for Danny Rule, who's looking at his first league defeat here. It is Barron forward to Miovski. They haven't lost since Hearts beat them at Ibrox. Here's Gassama down the left, looking for Meghoma. He's going to get there, but his ball across goes straight to Schwalov. Low effort. He was under a lot of pressure there from Steinbender. He's helped to make sure that Meghoma couldn't really do what he wanted to do when he found himself in that position. Hearts 2, Rangers 0.
Excellent defending again, I think. Just putting himself in a position where it kind of puts a bit of doubt into the Rangers winger's mind, and then just Schwalov just taking the sting out of the game, try and get Hearts back into it.
Awful from Aarons on the far side. He couldn't control the ball out from the back, and it bounced out for a Hearts throw-in. Fresh air. Hearts fans enjoyed that. enjoying everything these days. It's Braga, a good turn. His cross is poor though, he slices it behind for the goal kick. Double change then coming for Rangers. Danilo and Asgard are going to come on. Miovski's coming off, as is Barron. And this is it for Rangers now. He's made his changes, Billy. And right now, watching this one as a neutral observer, it's very difficult to see any way back for Rangers into this match.
Yeah, not unless they get one in the next 5 minutes or so. You just give them a confidence boost. Hearts have defended pretty well, looked solid, looked as if they could have the game out of sight and counter-attack, especially from set pieces. Rangers have huffed and puffed, a lot of possession, but can't really fashion a golden opportunity, Liam.
Rangers have it with Aarons right to the centre circle, back to Fernandes inside his own half, side football forward to Danilo, into Fernandes. Now Raskan is dropped between the two centre backs. Into the Hearts half he goes, rolls it to Asgard, gets it towards Chermiti, breaks to Danilo, shoots from the edge of the box, it's wide. Deflection, Shvolov had given that one up. If that's on target, it's in, but it stays 2-0 to Hearts. Shvolov delighted to look over his right shoulder and see that go behind for the corner.
I think as soon as that's taken a deflection, he stood there and thought, oh no. And you've just got that second where you're thinking this is going to get in the bottom corner, but luckily for Hearts it goes past the post.
Asgard will take the corner on this near side, in swinger. Chance then for Rangers, into the box, it comes into the 6-yard area, and it was a decent chance for Fernandes. He needs to get more meat in the header there, and he's probably scoring. It's as close as Rangers have come really in the second half, but he's left to lament the fact he's missed the opportunity, and it stays Hearts 2, Rangers 0 with 15 to play.
Some delivery there, and I mean he's 6'5", the big man. He just has to meet it the way Stuart Findlay met his, and he scores.
That's what I was just about to say there. It just shows you how it swings and roundabouts there. Stuart Findlay, Hearts get an opportunity in the first half and Stuart Findlay goes and scores it, and Hearts go on and get a second, and there Rangers opportunity. That might be their one opportunity to get back in the game, and you just expect them to go get his full head on it and get it straight in the back of the net, but doesn't. Luckily for Hearts, it goes off the side of his head and goes past the post.
Raskan for Rangers, deep inside his own half, out to Sterling. The attitude of the Hearts players is absolutely spot on. They were probably unlucky not to get a throw-in down here. They're 2-0 up, pretty comfortable in the match, yet still the players there. Shankland upset with the assistant. They're fighting for everything. They don't see this game as done yet.
I think that comes from the manager as well, just the standards. That'll be the standards that he sets day to day, that he'll expect nothing and accept nothing less than that. And you can see Lawrence Shankland sprinting 60-70 yards back to his own 18-yard box to block crosses and block shots. Same with Braga.
Oh, a chance here perhaps for Rangers. It's Aarons on the right hand side of the box. Well, they've got a corner there. He's chosen to keep it in play. It's now back with Asgard, who finds Aarons, flicked forward towards Moore. Moore gets onto it at the byline. He's managed to whip across him with the right foot. Hearts head clear. They are through. Here's McEntee. Here's Gassama. Goes down, looking for a free kick. He's not getting one. Hearts looking to hit back on the counter here, but again, good recovery by Jaden McHoma, who finds Sterling to prevent Kizaridis getting onto it. It stays Hearts 2, Rangers 0 at Tynecastle. There's Telo Asgard for Rangers. Slips it to his right for Moore. Moore at the right angle of the box. Into the area he goes. Ball across, blocked again. Aarons, his cross takes a wicked deflection and sails behind for a Rangers corner on this near side.
Yeah, a bit more alert Rangers. I thought Aarons could maybe get a shot off for the deflected Asgard shot the move before. But Mikey Moore finding a bit of room as well. They're trying to drive forward, they're trying to commit players, trying to get efforts at goal, but Hearts standing firm.
Asgard will take the corner. His last one was good. Fernandes ought to have hauled Rangers back into it. What can they do here? In comes the corner. Shvolov came, didn't get there. Hearts head clear in any case, headed back towards goal. Away by Findlay. Shankland helps it on its way. Kizaridis with the touch, but it's going to break to Danilo. Danilo on the turn, gives it straight to Kizaridis. They're battling both sides there, trying to emerge with the ball here. Eventually it settles for Rangers. Aarons finds Raskan, now it's Asgard. The edge of the box. Not sure what he was trying to do there, but wiggled into the penalty area and then passes it straight back to Shvolov, and it stays Hearts 2, Rangers 0 as we approach the 78-minute mark. And what a season it's been for Hearts already, and you consider they're on the brink of beating Rangers for the second time this season. They've already dispatched Celtic twice. They've beaten Hibs here as well. Amongst everything else, those matches, all stand out as Moore picks up on the right. Hearts felt they should have had a free kick for a challenge on Braga. Rangers have it here with Moore. Ref's going to stop play.
I thought they would have a look, because Asgard just took him right out of the play. It's whether he's thrown an elbow or not, but took him out of play anyway.
Well, I think Nick Walsh, he's obviously stopped play because there's a head knock here, and Braga's going to have to receive some treatment. And Billy seems to have spotted something. Taylor Asgard, we saw him ordered off in that League Cup semi-final against Celtic.
I don't know how much intent was in it, but he was just trying. Braga was going for it, and Asgard just leaned into him.
Special cheer for Benny Beningame, who's doing a little bit of a warm-up there after a spell out injured, a hamstring problem, and his return is another boost for Derek McInnes and his squad and the supporters here. And they'll be licking their lips at the prospect of crossing the city and going to Leith next week.
I mean, the games just get bigger and bigger and bigger, don't they, every week that passes, and that's what you want as a player. But they have to see this next 10-15 minutes out, and then we can talk about that.
Fernandez under pressure from Kitarides, manages to stab it to his right for Sterling. Now Danilo, his ball forward cut out by Findlay. Braga's back in the pitch, having a bit of treatment to that head knock. He's on the ball here in the Rangers half. Challenging by Fernandez, but it breaks to Magnussen, and now it's with Shankland. Out to Stephen Kingsley wide in the left. First time ball into the Rangers box with the left foot, cleared by Raskan. Gassama can't get much on that with the header, and it breaks to Devlin, but his little touch takes it to Max Aarons. And it is Aarons who'll roll it back to Sterling. Final 10 minutes upon us here at Tynecastle. 2-0 Hearts. Raskan punts the ball straight out of the pitch. I think he's been really poor today, Billy, Raskan, from the off.
Listen, he can play that position all day long. He's not been his best. I just don't think it's his best position. I think you can get so much more out of him. I've had the debate. It's old news. It's boring. But he loves to play six, and he's won that battle, his manager.
And Ciala's going to come on for Rangers here for the closing stages. Hearts looking at a 9-point lead again. They enjoyed that earlier in the season, albeit they will be in a position where they've played 2 more matches than Celtic. That includes the one Celtic are currently embroiled in against Aberdeen. Across the M8 from here, no news of any goals in the early stages in that one. Wilfred Nancy trying to avoid a 5th successive defeat, but Aberdeen haven't won there since 2018. They've only won 1 of the last 38 at Celtic Park, so despite Celtic's problems, still long odds for an away victory in that one, though Hearts will hope for one. Here is Aarons for Rangers. Out to that far side for Moore. Now Fernandez, midway inside his own half, shifts it forward to Raskan. Looking to try and get it in behind here for Gassama. He's done just that, it's pulled across and brilliantly blocked by Kent. Fabulous positioning there from Frankie Kent. He gets a hug from his goalkeeper and a high five from his teammates. Devlin does too, going to their big centre back. He was in the right place.
Yeah, he was.
Where you want him.
His brilliant defender. It was offside anyway, the flag was up. But that's Raskin at his best. Influence in the game, higher up, spots the pass. And you're right to say it, and Ryan was saying brilliant defender from Hearts.
Yeah, great defending. I think if you're one of the Rangers centre halves, you have to be pushing Raskin on, just saying get forward, go and affect the game. We're 2-0 down here. But great defending for Frankie Kent, getting himself in the right position, body shape in the right position to be able to deal with the cross as well. And now Hearts making a couple of substitutions just to try and see the game out in the last 5-10 minutes.
The return then of Benny Beningame, who replaces Magnussen. What a shift Magnussen put in today. He's come off. Alan Forrest has also come on. He's replaced Braga. Beningame, amidst this busy period of fixtures, it'd be great for McInnes to have him back in the side. And as I mentioned earlier, there are fixtures after the derby next week. Looks like they're going to get this done today. And you look at their matches, Easter Road next Saturday. They've then got a sequence of games that they would be disappointed if they don't emerge with full points from. They've got a home game against the bottom side, Livingston. They then go to another one of the sides struggling, Dundee. Not beaten St Mirren yet this season, but they're at home to them. Then they're at home to Falkirk before Celtic come here. They could be in some position by the end of all that.
Are you trying to bait me into this here? Because I'm not even getting involved in that conversation.
As I said, I'm just looking at it from a neutral observer point of view. When you look at those fixtures, Hearts would be disappointed if they don't pick up the 12 points in the matches after the derby next week. Albeit they'll want to win that one as well, of course, as they want to beat Celtic. But that little sequence of matches in between, if you're going to win the league, you've got to win all of those. And here comes Alan Forrest down the right. Level with the penalty spot. Desperate for a winner's medal, of course. His brother's got enough of those. Alan Forrest down by the corner flag on the near side. Dinks the ball into the box. It's gone straight to Fernandez. A really poor touch though. Kizaridis onto it. It's like he was sleeping there, Fernandez. He's got a chance to head clear straight there to Beningame. 6 minutes left. 2-0 to Hearts. Beningame rolls it back to Finlay. Finlay forward to Benny Beningame. He goes back out to the left for Kingsley. And in field for Devlin. Loses out there to Danilo, who's got Moore away down that right-hand side. Moore, low ball, looking for Shamiti. Didn't really have the belief in the body language. It's gone straight to Kent, who clears. Hearts 2, Rangers 0.
I mean, it's not broken for him, but I see Shamiti coming on every week now, and it's the same sort of performance. You're just not seeing him. He needs to do more.
His body language is horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah, at times, but he needs game experience, the boy. He doesn't play enough, he's not played enough. He's got an £8 million price tag in his head, but he's got to join in the game. He's got to show, hold it up, lay it off to full backs, wide players, get himself in the box. Just the basics, but I don't see that side of him either.
85 on the clock now. Hearts 2, Rangers 0. Rangers have probably got another 8 or 9 minutes and try and do something about this, but they've been 2-0 down since before half time, and Lawrence Shankland slid home on 43 minutes.
You think Brian will get Derek to say that title favourites?
No chance. Remember when he was fighting with Ronnie Dylas Celtic when he was Aberdeen manager, he still wasn't biting at that in April. So I don't know why he's committing to biting at it in January. Can't see that happening. And what a position they find themselves in. A long ball towards Forrest at the edge of the Rangers box. Comes all the way through though to Butland, and lets it go behind for the goal kick.
You're talking obviously before the game about the Celtic manager and how he's like hell-bent on playing his own formation, and I just think it just shows you how good a manager Derek McInnes is. The fact that he's just, Rangers have huffed and puffed, probably had more possession than that in this second half, and I've had a couple of half chances, but Derek's just went 5 at the back for the last sort of 7-8 minutes there. He's obviously just thought, you know what, let's just go 5 at the back, let's just see it out.
Loves it.
Good game management, and I mean that's what I'm saying before the game started, is I think for a good manager you have to be adaptable. You have to be able to see the situation, understand what the game needs. I think it's impossible just to say I play this formation regardless of what happens, what situation happens, this is what we're going to do.
You've surely got to have different plans for different opponents,
and I think that's what makes him such a good manager, is the fact that he obviously understands the game a lot better than me, but he's looked at it there and thought, I'm just going to go 5 at the back here, bring Benny Beningame on as well, just to sit in front of them and just let this game peter out.
And it just gives the crowd another little lift when they see Beningame coming onto the pitch.
Yes, he's a dog of war, and I mean that as a compliment.
In the nicest possible way.
Long ball, Raskan into the Hearts box. Danilo's going to try and keep it in play. It came off a Rangers head, he's prevented the goal kick. There's a throw in though to Hearts. We're at level with their own 6-yard line on this near side, and more changes coming here for Hearts. And Stephen Kingsley is coming off. Looked like he was going to have to come off a little bit earlier there. He's going to be replaced here by Jamie McCart. And Kizaridis is also coming off as Hearts make their final change here. And another solid shift from Kizaridis. We saw plenty of him, particularly in the first half. He had those 2 pots from goal early on, which both went wide. Kingsley, the first to come off there. On comes McCart for the closing stages, and Kizaridis comes off as well. And they will now focus on the derby match coming up in 6 days' time.
He also, with that back five, he doesn't play a lot of full-backs at times, used to do it in his Aberdeen days, mostly centre-halves.
Cariota's come on as well. That long ball towards Fernandes comes right through to Schwolow.
I tell you what, well played Stephen Kingsley coming in. I mean, he came on last week and scored an absolute wonder goal. But again, Derek, I'd imagine he'll say it out, and I hope he does it after the game, that he'll be so proud, these players, in this second half, the way they've just dug in. They've seen the game out. There's different sides to football, there's different sides to games.
It's Carriota, it's Wayne Forrest at the edge of the Rangers box. It's Alan Forrest, it's deflected over the bar. Hearts corner, blocked by Aarons.
A good play again from Alan Forrest there, just taking on his weak foot, try to get the shot away, but getting back on my point there. I think he'll be so made up of Frankie Kent and Stephen Kingsley. The fact that it's two big changes, two boys that have been playing week in, week out the team, and they two boys have came in such a big game and been absolutely outstanding.
4 minutes being added on we hear, so that means there's 5 left, because we are in minute 90. Hearts 2, Rangers 0. Some of the Rangers fans heading out of Tynecastle. There's the corner, outswinger with the left foot, comes into the Rangers box. McCart wins the header, Forrest goes for it, headed away by Rascan. It's up into the air at the 18-yard line, breaks back to Devlin, who's many things, and he's not somebody who volleys home from outside the box, and it goes up into the air and drops kindly for Butland, who grabs onto it with both hands. Hearts 2, Rangers 0. Hearts so very nearly there, and a second victory against Rangers this season is in the post, having already beaten Celtic twice. And they've got a chance to win a second Edinburgh derby of the season, as I said, next Saturday. 4 minutes confirmed. There's Rascan picking up in the centre circle. To the midway point of the Hearts, that's a dink ball with the right foot, headed away there by Kent. Steinvender, it's broken to the edge of the box for Danilo. He can't force it through to Cherniti, and Hearts clear again. Bouncing ball, awkward for Fernandes. He's made an absolute mess of it. Shankland picks up, looks to roll in Forrest, and it comes right through and played back to the goalkeeper. And it's now with Rascan making his way forward. It's with Asgard in the Hearts half. Short ball to Gisama. Getting away from Carriota, right-footed ball. It's a good one into the box. Cherniti can't do anything with it. It's come off McCart and out for a corner to Rangers towards the end of the first of 4 minutes that have been added on at the end by Nick Walsh. 2-0 to Hearts.
It's a fair ball by Gisama, cuts in, bends it right into that back post, and Cherniti is there getting himself in a good position, but again, centre-half playing left wing-back. McCart matching him all the way, getting away for the corner.
Asgard then takes outswinger with the right foot, and it comes. It's come all the way through to Gisama at the edge of the box. Thought about the shot, changed his mind, then plays it straight off. Carriota, he's on it now and driving up towards the halfway. Cross into the Rangers half. He goes a heavy touch though, and Moore's onto it for Rangers. Moore driving forward here. He's caught by Beningame. He gives away the free kick and picks up a yellow card, just to confirm his arrival back in the side.
It's a good old professional foul, that one. As soon as Hearts actually break and pick the ball up well, but then Slack giving it away. Rangers then try to break up the park, but Beningame just doing what any good sitting midfielder does, and just wiping Mikey Moore out. Take the book and get back into your shape.
And Shankland's going to be getting a standing ovation shortly, because Kabangu's waiting to come on. Rangers free kick comes in, beats everyone, goal kick, and Hearts fans celebrate again. What a time to be a Jambo just now, Ryan Stevenson.
I mean, unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I think I'm saying the perfect performance, but it just shows every side of Hearts right now. Ruthless, great in the first half. 2 great goals from their point of view. Second half, they've just seen it out. They've had to dig deep, they've had to defend well. And Lawrence Shankland getting a standing ovation, as he should, but he epitomises everything. Him and Braga closing down for the front, working back, and it's an old cliche saying in football, is that you defend for the front, and they too, my God, the work that they go through, the amount of running they do to help their midfield, to help their back 4 or 5 when it's in a 5. Superb, outstanding.
He's a standard setter. He worked from the front, defend, as Ryan said, but he's got himself back in positions when Rangers have been threatening this second half, and just nicked the ball maybe 25 yards out and started attacks. Could have had a couple of goals.
Mikey Moore could be in trouble here. The late ones, frustration. Nick Walsh has got the yellow out. Mikey Moore, as the yellow flashed at him. Could he still be looking at a different shade of card colour, though? We'll wait and see. If that gets looked at, doesn't sound as though it's going to be upgraded. Anyway, again, we don't have replays of the incidents here at Tynecastle, unfortunately. We move towards the end of the 4th minute of stoppage time. Free kick Hearts. And Stuart Findlay over it inside his own half, but the final whistle is just seconds away. And what a roar there's going to be. Asgard at the edge of his own box dumps it away with the right foot. Chermiti and Danilo are chasing it against Kent, and they've won it back there, and Rangers have a goal back with practically the last kick of the ball through Chermiti. His second Rangers goal. It's come way too late to do anything about the outcome of the match, but he's managed to rob Kent and slip it home, and it's Hearts 2, Rangers 1.
Goalie's got to come for me. I think he's on his way out and then decides to change his mind, and then that means Kent's in all sorts of trouble. Fine finish for Chermiti. He's had a lot of stick, but he chases. You know, he's got that part of him. He's at pace. Kent knows it, panics with the header, takes it and just rolls it under the goalkeeper.
That's going to be the last kick, surely.
Swallow has to see that there. He has to see that Frankie Kent's running back with 2 guys breathing down his neck. He has to just come out and clear it.
Swallow clears, and there's the roar again. Well, they'd have loved a clean sheet quite clearly, but they won't care about that now. The final whistle on another famous day in Hearts' 25-26 season, and they've just moved another game closer to the idea of a first top-flight title since 1960 becoming reality. Every little step they take, they get closer to it. It looks a really long way back for Rangers now in that regard, but for Heart of Midlothian, it's back-to-back wins over Rangers, back-to-back wins over Celtic. They'll be looking to make it back-to-back wins over their neighbours Hibernian. Next Saturday, they are top of the pile, 9 points clear, all thanks to Stuart Findlay's header and Lawrence Shankland's smart finish before half-time. They didn't need to score more goals, they should have scored more goals. And whilst Chermiti pulled one back for Rangers, Hearts are deserving of the 3 points, and for now they go 9 clear, and they will be top at Christmas. We knew that beforehand, but with each passing week their chances of being top when it matters in the middle of May are becoming more and more realistic. Another statement victory for McInnes and co. It finished here in the capital. Heart of Midlothian 2, Rangers 1.